All right, welcome back to Mr. Music's math videos. We are on the chapter 4 test review. Again, this is very important to go over. Make sure you understand how to solve each problem because the actual chapter 4 test is going to look just like this. The only difference will be some of the numbers will be changed, but the format is exactly the same. When you go to take your test, number 1 on your test is going to have A, B, C, D, E. With these boxes will just have different numbers in them, and the number of people will be slightly different, but the type of problem and how to solve them is going to be exactly the same. So let's take a look. We are on page 193. All right, there are 9 showings of a film about endangered species at a science museum. A total of 459 people saw the film. The same number of people were at each showing. So if it's the same number, equal amount, distributed evenly, these are all signs that we're talking about division. And then about, that's a sign that we're doing what? Estimating. About how many people were at each showing. Select the numbers the quotient is between. So for this particular problem, we're going to need a low estimate and a high estimate. So we're going to be taking 459, and since our divisor is 9, we want to look at this 459, and we want to look at the front 2 numbers, that 45. Well, 9 will go into 45 evenly. So I'm going to use 450 as an estimate because remember it said about. Now 450 is less than 459, so this is going to be my low estimate. Okay. Now, but it says select the numbers, so there's going to be more than one that we're going to bubble in here that it's between. So now I look at this 45 and I go 9 above. So 45 divided by 9 is going to be 5. I need to do 9 times 6 to get my number above 540 to get my high estimate. So this will give me my high estimate. So now once you get these 2 answers, then you're going to know which 2 letters to bubble in. Again, I'm not going to solve the problems for you. I'm just going to set them up for you, okay? And I might not set up every single problem, but it should give you enough of a head start to where you can solve each one. Okay, number 2, between which 2 numbers? So again, I'm going to be using 2 of these boxes, not just one. I'm going to use 2 different boxes. So between which 2 numbers is the quotient of 87 divided by 5. Write the numbers in the boxes here. So here are the boxes, and I'm going to use these numbers to choose from. One number goes in this box, one number goes in the other box. And remember, the quotient is the answer. So again, I'm going to need to estimate a high number and a low number. So 87 divided by 5, that would give me my exact answer, but I need a low and a high. So if I'm going down, what number is closest to 87 that 85 will still go into? Okay. That's going to be 85. Oh no, you know what? They're not going to use that, are they? Mr. Music. This is why I don't love estimates. See, I would use 85 there, and this is okay though, because this is how your thinking should be as well. If I went 85, and let's go ahead and do that really quickly. 5 goes into 50, I know, 10 times, and then there'd be 35 left over. 5 goes into 35, 7 times, that would be 17. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and use that. So if I use 17, I notice here that 17 isn't one of my options, but I'm going to leave it there for now, okay? Because 17 is going to be between these two numbers. If I go one up from 87, that 5 will go into, that would be 90, and that's going to be 18, okay? So 18. Now, let's say I did it this way, okay, which I did, so it works out perfectly because I actually did do it this way. Well, so based on my estimate, the answer should be between 17 and 18, and I don't see a 17 and 18. But what two numbers up here is 17 and 18 closest to? Well, 17 is closest to 15, and 18 is close to 20. So even though I did it a different way than maybe they did, you can use reasonableness and just your common sense to say, oh, well, they must be using a number close to what I'm using, which would be 17, and the other number close to what I'm using being 20, okay? So this may happen to you on the test because, again, when you're dealing with estimates, right, not everybody is going to have the exact same estimates, and we just discovered that right now. But we can still use our common sense to decide which of these would be the two best answers. Well, based on the estimation that I got, these would be the two best answers, okay? Again, if you have any questions about this, raise your hand and we'll talk about it as well. You can also rewind at any point in the videos. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.